You know, if it wasn't for engaging on the aisle, you know, I don't think that we get half the sales that we have right now. I think number one, I think it makes the customer more comfortable to come up to us. I think you know, even if we're greeting on the aisle and we don't get that one person that we're greeting to stop, somebody else who could be 50 feet behind them, they can see us and see us as warm and friendly and want to walk up to us.
You have to figure out some sort of way to, you know, draw attention to the kiosk. Sometimes I'm at the kiosk and I sing.
It's really important, obviously. We can't create sales out of nothing. So being out there and bringing people in, it creates our productivity.
You know, customers are going to say no. You know, 100,000 members walk through the door. Not everyone's going to say yes to you. Half of them are going to say no to you. You know, you have to get used to that. You have to be comfortable with the word no.
The easiest way to overcome objections is to know what the questions are going to be.
Probably the most important thing is asking questions outside your comfort zone and not just asking the things that you're comfortable with. Try to engage them more as a friend versus a salesman. Try to get in and have a little bit more conversation. Be outside the kiosk. Be smiling. Act like as if you want to be there.
I ask tons of questions to my customers. You know, I'll say, you know, stuff like anywhere from like, what do you like to do with your phone, to like if they, you know, and then if I feel like I landed them on a phone, if I have a perfect match for a phone for them in my head, I tell them what it is and they don't like it. I'm like, why? Why don't you like it? Why? Like what am I getting wrong? I just don't understand. Can you help me understand? Asking
different questions, keeping it fresh, seeing how people's phones are, if they do have a case or don't have a case, or we ask them, we still have the portable chargers, so we ask about battery life. You know, is your phone charged right now? What time did you unplug it? Things like that. I was taught with sales, if they're still there for a reason. Well, if they say no to you and they're still there, then they still want something. Like they don't really say no until they walk away.
That we need to compliment people. People like being complimented.
One of my biggest things is like, let me look at your account and see if we can save you some money, because you know they're always changing their plans. They're always, you know, let me see what I could do for you.
You know, it's up to us as salespeople to go beyond, you know, those questions and find out what these members actually need to rightfully fit them for what we have here at Wireless Advocates. So sometimes the member doesn't always know what they need, and they're just asking a few opening questions, and it's up to you to really open up the conversation and ask better questions to get the right answers out of them.
I think having a positive attitude plays a big role in it. So one of the things I like to harp is embrace failure, embrace the no's. So I like to run contests and see who gets the most no's. Usually the fastest or the person that has the most no's will usually end up having the most sales. Usually on downtime, I'd like to get my team out there on the aisles talking to members. But one tactic we seem to use, which a lot of people have a lot of fun with, is actually called the repeater, where one person greets the member and the second one does seconds after. So you may be asking, it's kind of annoying, but it definitely gets the members' attention, and it definitely puts a smile on their face.
A lot of times we ask them how their phone's working, and a consistent response is, oh, I already have a phone. But then we ask them about mobile broadband or home phone connect or things like that, other services that we do offer. So I think not taking one no as the beginning, but taking multiple no's and asking multiple questions to be able to continue it.
I've been waiting all day long so you can buy a phone from me.
And asking the member, have you seen what Costco is doing today for Verizon customers? Have you seen what they're doing for Sprint customers? Have you seen the Costco deals on Mother's Day or the coupon book? Those type of questions really get the member thinking and asking more questions to you, which is what you want them to do.
there are quite a few times when you're helping members and then other members will walk up to the kiosk. What I've seen is when there's 2 or 3 members around the kiosk, members are more likely to come up to the kiosk and find out why other people are at the kiosk. And so at that point, it's very important to make sure that you're making eye contact with the other members and let them know that you'll be with them in a moment.
What I've done in the past is I've taken them under my wing and I'll let them swim a little bit and get the nose and, you know, get a few stops and see how they do, and then I'll coach from there, and then I'll bring them under my wing and I'll say, okay, hey, look, you did this great, but this is what I would change. And then I'll go out into the aisle and I'll execute exactly what I'm trying to show them. So basically, me being a leader, I'll lead by example, and I'll show them how simple it is and how easy it is to really get someone to stop. Because that's the #1 thing you want to do, is if you could get someone to stop their motion of going forward and going to continue to shop, you just increase your chances on making a sale drastically.
Just setting the expectation from the very beginning. My employees know the moment they're done with their sale, the first thing they do is grab an accessory or something of that nature and go outside in the aisle. And if they do need a constant reminder, it's a gentle reminder from me or even the other employees. They do a great job of holding each other accountable.
I think if we do it effective, I think we can have a 20% increase in sales if we effectively engage members on the aisle. So I think that is the difference between, you know, when we hit 110%, and it could be the difference in 130. And so I think in those situations, you want to focus on what the bottom line is for the employees, what the bottom line is for the KM, and how much extra they can make by simply engaging in the aisles with members.
25 to 30% of our sales come from engaging members in the aisles. So roughly on a $300 budget a month, you're looking at about 75 to 100 phones. So we're talking to 1 employee a month with a bonus is the difference between engaging members in the aisles and staying in the kiosk.
I have to say anywhere from like 60 to 75% if we were to say, so I'm counting them basically as I'm greeting, and not even like a direct greet, but like people who are comfortable with coming up to me because I am greeting, because they do see me greet. I say 60 to 75%.
This message is for Vianney. I just want to let you know, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for your units.